Moin und Hallo beim Filmfest Bremen. Mein Name ist Yugen.
Und ich bin Susanne und wir sind vom Indiefilmtalk Podcast. Wir gehen gleich direkt ins Gespräch zu dem Film Externo, zusammen mit den beiden Regisseuren Jonathan und Leandro Taub.
Hey everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
We are waving to New York. You're both sitting in New York, but in different departments. In different apartments.
Apartment, but it could be the same because it's the same white in the background. It could be like maybe in a different kind of rooms or something.
I recognize also Joseph, the person that you've played, the character that you've played, Leandro. Yes.
Here is Joseph.
Here you are. And of course you did the writing as well, and you did the directing together. And I really like, we met Joseph and she for the first time in your movie, and we're starting really to get involved in this circle of capitalism. And we're really having this trip through different parts, how the world that we are living is running with money. So my first question would be, what was there first? Did you first had like Joseph as a person in mind, or these different chapters that you wrote through?
During the story, I think they came together because it was from the beginning the journey of a person wanting to have more, wanting to grab more, wanting to get more, and in the beginning it's a little autobiographical. Like I started, I have to admit that it's true. I started working a lot in business, and I got in the stock market very very young, and I was playing in the script of, okay, taking this beginning. If the guy doesn't has any moral education, if the guy doesn't has any type of limit, if the guy allows himself to do whatever comes to his mind to succeed in his goal, in his ambition, what is the top? What is the roof? So the story moved forward together. The writing, the character, and the scenes, and it has a special characteristic that normally when we write scripts, we plan the script. A lot of time we talk about okay, how will be the first act, how will be the second act, how will be the other acts, what are going to be the climax, the surprise, this, the other. And we do like a treatment, we plan the script, and the writing itself, we do it at the end. This script was different. This script was written in 3 days, and it was just linear. Like when I start writing, I didn't know what the roof was going to be. Mm-hmm. I didn't knew that it was not planned. I didn't knew what the next scene was going to be, and so on. So it was written in a linear form, which is interesting because that is normally how we start when we are much younger and we start to write. Normally we write in that method. Then we study how to write. Then we plan. Then we do all the structure. And I went back to the roots to just let happen.
You just started. Jonathan, do you remember this time when he wrote it like for 3 days, or when did you actually knew about his things about Joseph?
Yeah, definitely. During this time, we were actually living in Israel. We lived there for for 2 years, and I remember he telling me like afterwards he finished it, like he had the script ready, and I think around that time we started talking about he had written other scripts as well, but around that time we started thinking about maybe it would be possible to go ahead and make the movie. I'm sure like the place is a place of Israel in particular. It gives you the opportunity to do a lot of self-reflection and think. So I'm sure in his personal experience, he can tell you like that was part of it that he said in the beginning. But I remember like around those times when he wrote it, when we started talking about it, and when we made the decision, because it was a decision, we're making it, and that's pretty much when I think the seed was planted and it all started.
How long after you start writing, or you finish writing, how long after that you start shooting your movie?
The writing was in, I think it was 7 months before, or 7 or 8 months before shooting the movie.
That's quick.
After, actually everything happened pretty quickly. The longer time was the post-production. But the writing of the script was pretty quickly, very quickly. Then I went to Berlin. My brother joined, and then we had a second layer of work on the script. There, Johnny, do you remember? We were like, I have a lot of memories in the kitchen, talking about every scene. Let's change this. How we'll shoot this, and planning, and very quickly we form a very talented group of professionals, and everyone jumped very exciting to the pre-production. It was pretty quickly.
So how many people were involved?
Sorry, go for it.
No, go ahead.
You can hear us? How many people was involved?
Yes, sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
During there were a lot of people, I think, involved in the different periods, sections of pre-production, production, and post-production. But at that moment, when we were starting, it was a very small team, but very talented team. We have like amazing cinematographers, people living in Berlin that some of them we knew, some of them my brother had collaborated before. We had an amazing help in production also from Manuk, Jesse, was in shooting, and Jonas, and like every we were probably like 7, 8 during shooting. Correct me if I'm wrong, Leandro, but and then maybe we have some spots because it was a less than 2 weeks total shooting continuously, and we have some people that also came and joined the team as we were doing it, but I think it was pretty small. And also what that generated is like, when you have a soccer team and you have one player, maybe it's forward, but it doesn't defend. Here, everybody was kicking and defending and changing side. We, because of being a small team, we had to collaborate a lot, and I think that was super exciting, and that made everybody in the team super exciting.
Was it maybe a special thing that you was brothers too? Of you are still brothers, of course, but that you are brothers of working, and you both of you, so you know how to maybe work together, or was this maybe even a difficulty which you have to overcome?
I think it's
okay. Yeah, go. Sorry.
Go for it.
No, go. There's a delay, and then I start. But
okay.
Go for it.
No worries.
This is a typical example. This usually doesn't work. It's like, no, you go. No, you. No, you.
That's really nice. It really shows a really, really nice relationship that you both have. Leandro,
Yeah.
you can answer if you want.
Sorry, what was the question?
How did you work together as
As brothers? Yeah.
That is amazing. it has a lot of advantages to be brothers in any project, because there is a language that brothers manage and sisters manage that normally non-related people they don't. We are able to communicate very quickly huge and deep messages with a look or with a word. So for example, we are in the shooting and something is happening, one looks to the other, and only with the look, we know the other understands the message and goes and manages that situation. So that is very, like, to do that with a partner, you need really a lot of years of work together to understand the hidden language. Because we are brothers, we have that hidden language since the beginning. So that is one of the many advantages. The other is trust. We like 100% trust, like blind trust. We are super comfortable. And there is a quote, there is a classical text most of the children study in the school in Argentina, de Martín Fierro. It's a poem about a gaucho, very classical. And there is a famous line which says, se han unido los hermanos, esa es la ley primera, si no están unidos los devoran los de afuera, something like that. I will make the translation. It says, the brothers must be together. That is the first law, because if they are not together, the people from the outside will eat them. And this concept, we have this concept from childhood, and our parents actually, in so many virtues they have, one of the things they put on us since the beginning, and we are two of the four brothers, is like, hey guys, you have to take care of each other. The life happens a lot of things, and take care of each other, and it works, and it's great, and also there is a beautiful inspiration, especially in this field, because we love cinema, and there are so many talented brothers and sisters in the film industry. So, of course, in the beginning, we were like, and look these brothers, and look these brothers, and look these brothers, what they did. And so, very inspiring.
You worked on many different places, or maybe there are not so many. In your film, you have like the nature at the beginning, and then we're going into that building, and we see different places and spaces, and this building is quite broken, but it has also really nice beauty in it, but also something dark and cold. Where did you find these places? Jonathan?
Yes, it's very good question, and I think the first thing you notice, that thing we had in mind, that at the beginning is a lot more into nature, and as the movie progresses, you see more getting into cement and structure and destruction, right? Yeah. Nature and destruction, and that was great. You saw that, and that we thought about, but. To answer your question, the first thing will be like all the locations were in Berlin, outside Berlin.
What? Oh, that's my hometown.
Yes,
I was thinking about it.
Really?
Yeah. And I was thinking about it. We have in Berlin so many lost places, so I was thinking about that maybe something like that.
Never ever. Oh, that's surprising.
Is if you do Berlin and like 2-hour radius, there's all these forgotten, lost places from the Cold War period that some of them correspond to USSR, some of them but have been forgotten, have been left with nobody. And I think, as you're saying, naturally they have this inner beauty in their own destruction and complexity that the texture they produce, I think, as we were there and as we were shooting, was completely astonishing. So it's naturally it produced a beautiful effect. And a lot how we found them, which is again getting back to your question, there was this evolution in how we were going to shoot, and it changed a lot from the conception, of the idea of the movie and how we're going to, when we actually went into action and start shooting. And when we decided, out of circumstances, we're going to be doing this outside, initially was going to be the entire film in a room, everything, and we changed completely to doing it outside. We had people in Berlin, part of our team, that are amazing, and we start discussing, and through there we start connecting to all these places, doing scouting, going through, thinking about this place is good for this place, and it was more about knowing the story and then looking at the place and connecting. We have all these places, how these places talk to the movie in this way. So it was a little bit of serendipity order.
I need to ask one thing before I ask my next question. It's a little bit technical, but how did you do it with the electricity? In Lost Places, mostly it's the problem of electricity.
That's an amazing question. My brother we were like this also. And there are amazing stories for them. Go ahead.
Very, very good question. Go, Johnny. Tell the battery history.
So this is excellent, because I think all this movie has been, I think, for both of us, a lot of learning process. Definitely part of the team had been involved in several productions, each one of them in their field. But for us, the entire thing was, my brother had more experience, but it was a lot of new when you are behind, in front, during, after, right? And we said, like, let's shoot out. When we're going to shoot outside, okay, great. You can plug everything there and charge the batteries and do it. But when you go outside to locations that are super remote, and there's no electricity, like those buildings that are destroyed, or when you're in nature, you cannot do it. So we started from having batteries and like kilograms and kilograms of batteries that we take to locations, and then realize this is not going to work to charge everything, and losing one day and losing her because of that, to after having a generator, and we were able to take it, place it, put it far away, and be able to feed electricity to everything without that noise interrupting. But it was whole, like, each day a different experience, carrying it, going to places and all that extra way, small people go, it was really an adventure, the shooting.
No.
I think nearly every filmmaker has some experience with like shooting outside somewhere in Lost Places and have a generator or something with them, and the generator is so loud and then he's not working.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
And electricity goes out, and we didn't finish the scene, and what are we going to do? Like, get some gas, and that's part of the fun part that is never reflected, I think, on the screen. But a lot of things, when you see a scene, all those memories come to mind about, I remember here, I remember this happened. And I think that's part of the beauty also of
And it's not just like the camera, you also had like projectors that you worked with, because you have really like mixed up places with like the natural room, and then you have the projections, and then sometimes you have Joseph who's like playing with the sand. How did you get all these images together? How does it work? Joseph? Sorry. Leandro.
It's good.
Leandro.
It's a challenge. Actually, we learn a lot about projectors. Before this movie, I thought a projector is just an item equally all the types, and now you have like really many types of projectors, and to be able to project in light, outside, to be seen by a camera, we had to test a lot of projectors, a lot. And actually, we burned a couple, I think. The experience of the projectors and the creativity, actually, that yes, it came from the pre-production, because this is a indie film, self-financed, and we wanted to administrate intelligently the resources. The challenge is very interesting because you want to tell a full story. You have these resources, so you have to think how to tell the story with that resources. So from there, the creativity comes. And I remember in the kitchen having many dinners with my brother, with Jonathan, and talking how we'll do this, how we'll do the other. Someone in one moment came the idea, okay, what happens if we take a projector and we start to project? What happens if instead of having, because really the cast, if you start to include all the extras and assistants, we have a cast of over 30 people. The thing is, we can't go to the shooting 30 people. We were, as my brother told you, between 7 and 9 every day, plus some extras depend on the day. Then you have the post-production people. We have 20 more people. But we had to be very creative of how to tell the story. Then, when all the team joined during the pre-production, line producers, cinematographers, art guys, everyone started to add more ingredients that we didn't thought about it. And we were very open from the beginning. Hey guys, this is our idea. If you have a better idea, come to us, let us know. And they came with great ideas. And the collective effort is what happened with this movie.
I would like to ask 2 questions, but I'll reduce it to one because our time is running out. But I would like to know from you, do you think a movie like yours is about economy, it's about war, it's about so many things which is inside, can reach the right people to make an impact?
I believe that comes from God. God will decide. I do believe that, of course, stock market, businesses, e-commerce, some commodity industries, politics, that touch many people. And a lot of people, they like movies. A lot of people, they like this type of movies. But the working strategy normally is we have to do our best, we have to put our effort, we have to work right, and we have to trust. And God will decide if this goes here or the other. We open doors. The doors which are, they will tell us pass through. The doors which aren't, they will close, and it's okay. So this is also how we are talking with you. Like someone right now, someone of Filmfest Bremen is saying, he's telling me that I was like the conductor of God. Yes, yes. Like for some reason, this movie touched someone there, or many of you, who say, "Hey, we want to talk about this film. We want to project this film," and it's happening. I deeply believe that we have free will, but the boss is up there.
Jonathan, what are your thoughts about it? Yeah.
Very good. Yeah, obviously I agree with what he said, and platforms like Bremen and festivals right now, I think is allowing us to to reach a greater audience. I think the movie is kind of tricky because in one hand, the topic, and especially now because we didn't touch this, but COVID happened, and a little bit in the movie, we are not touching COVID, but we're touching a similar topic. So in stock market and growing and power and ambition and a lot of things that I think they naturally connect with people, maybe to the more animal part of people and maybe to present situations. So on a topic point of view, I think there is a really wide audience that could connect with the movie. At the same time, it's an indie film, and the pace and the tempo and the amount of information and things like that. You have the circle, and maybe other people are going to be interested in that. So we are aware it's not like a big Hollywood movie reaching a lot, but we hope that the people that see it, if produce something, I think we are happy with that,
It's something, I think
and
so.
hopefully many people will be able to enjoy.
And thank you for these interesting statements and about your look inside, behind the camera, what happened while you were producing the film. And we wish you all the best, that you reach the right people, the right audience, that you have a good time also at the festival online. And we say bye-bye from Bremen to New York.
Thank you. Susan, Eugene, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So we're hugging from far.